So, on this week's episode of Please Keep Me Anonymous, we are chatting to comedian John Robbins.
Oh, we had a fantastic chat with John. Now,
Yeah.
John came on to do Please Keep Me Anonymous, which is obviously, as everyone knows, he reads a letter from you wonderful listeners, a story about something normally horrific. But to be fair to John, he surprised us with a couple of his own horrific stories.
I wasn't expecting it at all.
I wasn't at all.
Nice guy. I'd never met him before.
I've known John for years, worked on the circuit with John. Very, very funny comedian. He won the Edinburgh Comedy Award. Same year, him and Hannah Gadsby shared it one year. Shared it one year. He's on talking about his podcast, How Do You Cope? And his book, Thirst, 12 Drinks That Changed My Life, which is available for pre-order now, I do believe.
Really interesting chat.
He's a very interesting guy. He's a very interesting guy. I hope you all enjoy it as much as we did.
The feedback has been that I'm like well-informed interviewer and I ask the right stuff. But that does,
Is that a dig?
you know,
Is that a dig?
No. No, where it was most helpful to me was when I had arse surgery.
I'm so glad I waited a millisecond to take that drink of water. She loves a bit of gristle.
I stuck a bit of prawn head and all that. Like I quite like it. I don't mind it, mate.
I feel like I've stepped into a very swish world. You're
Really?
both very tanned.
We've just been to Portugal.
Your skin is very clear.
Okay.
I got up early to get a train into London. I feel like I've been dug up. You know, when like you get somewhere and everyone else is wearing makeup for filming and you're not, and you think, I look normal, but I'm now going to look ill.
Right.
No, do you? I've got makeup in my bag. Do you want some makeup?
I have decided I can't go down that road.
Okay.
Because that way madness will lie. And
Got
I'll end
you.
up getting like
Well,
surgery on bags under my eyes and stuff.
I've
It's a
often
slippery
said
slope.
this. One of the reasons I absolutely hate wearing makeup for TV
Have you got?
stuff.
You've got makeup today.
What an offensive question to ask.
Okay, sorry.
Someone who's clearly been in the makeup chair for 3 hours.
He just uses my makeup artist. That's all.
Yeah.
It is.
I've always said taking it off, it's like getting really ill really quick when you take it off. Do you know what I mean? You just and not to let everyone behind the curtain here, John, but the first thing you did say when you walked in was, "I'm really sweaty off the tube."
I am very sweaty off the tube.
And I said, "You're keeping it real."
I am keeping it real, but it's so strange how, like, I mean, this is a great setup. This is very cool. It's going to look
nice, isn't it?
fantastic, but it's mad how quickly podcasts have become TV shows.
Yeah.
She's
And-
fuming about it.
I'm seething.
And like all of the podcast creators are thinking, right, how do we put out full-length video episodes? And you're like, hang on,
Yeah.
this is good. So it's almost like a TV person going, how do we just put out the audio of Mock the Week?
100%.
And
Yeah.
they're probably thinking of that.
No, it will.
So eventually they're going to like swap over.
Yeah.
And everything on telly is just going to be audio, and everything that was audio is going to be on telly. But it's so much better than when we started on BBC and on XFM, me and Ellis. It
Yeah.
was like voice-activated CCTV cameras.
Wow.
So it always looked like you were being interrogated in an episode of 24 Hours in Police Custody. And they'd put these out and you think, this looks like we're in prison. This is
Your
terrible.
faces are really small.
Yeah.
We used
But
to have like a GoPro on the mic
Yeah.
there, and it was the worst angle of anything I've ever seen in my life.
It's like GoPro's like a footage from a Mars rover.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
like
yeah.
a little robot trying to find water.
Well, you're fuming, aren't you? Because you normally would be in pajamas, you'd put your fake tan on. Now we've got to get ready for the pod. It's really starting to feel like work, I'll be honest with you.
Well,
It's really pissing me off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I heard someone say the other day? A young person said, what podcasts do you watch?
Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Shut
used to
up,
take
man.
the mick out of people who said that,
Mm.
but now it
So
is the
there
thing.
we go. So older people used to say to me, no offense here to anyone, but older people used to say to me, "Yeah, watch your podcast," and I was going, "Oh, bless them."
Yeah.
But now younger people are saying, "What podcasts do you watch?"
Mm.
God.
Should I be delivering this straight down the gun?
No, you've got to pretend. Apparently, you've got to pretend like they're not there.
I'm just going to answer every single
I've
question.
heard down the barrel. I've never heard down the gun. You made it sound even more dark.
Someone once said to me, if you're ever doing filmed stand-up, pretend the camera is the person in the audience you fancy. So you like look at them at all the best lines.
Do you guys do that? Is that a thing you do?
Right.
Do you
I've
pick
never
someone
heard
you
that.
fancy?
That's great.
It's a great
back
piece
in the
of
day
advice.
before I was happily married. But yeah, You would if you were, you know, I mean, come on, we've all done the uni circuit when we were younger men, me and you, back in the day.
We certainly
And
have.
you would, yeah. But it worked. Oh my God, I did do that.
Yeah, all the
For a
lines that make
punchline.
you sound cool and sensitive or very witty, you just pop the old eyes over to the camera
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Do you
the
know
girl
what's sad
fancy,
about
that's
that?
amazing.
and then
Got-
just hang around at the bar for an hour afterwards waiting for the camera to turn up and then thinking, I think the camera's gone home. And just, why did I bother? We have to stay over now. I'm going to get a travel lodge.
I hate it so much.
Is this
so
why
bleak.
you guys got into comedy?
No,
in the first place?
not at all. I do believe we've gone for attention.
Oh,
To
man,
fill a gaping hole of darkness.
there's one story about a guy who used to do, when he did jonglers, he would go to the bar and he would say, look, after the show, if I meet someone, I'm going to come up to you and I'm going to say, can I get a bottle of your finest champagne? And you're gonna say, I'm sorry, we've run out of champagne, but we've got prosecco.
Right.
And then he would meet someone and say, would you like to come back to my hotel room for some champagne? And then go to the bar and say, can I have a bottle of your finest champagne? Then they would say, we've only got prosecco. He'd save himself, 100 quid or whatever. Anyway, he did it so many times. This barman got so annoyed that he sourced a bottle of really, really expensive champagne. So he goes, I'll have a bottle of your finest champagne, please.
Yes.
And he goes, yeah, here you go. It'll be 500 quid.
Yes.
I love that so much.
That's
Serves him right.
Yeah.
Serves him right.
Anyway,
Fantastic.
let's not get too down about how tawdry the circuit used to be.
It used to be, but thankfully it's better days now. It's all
Better.
good.
Is
yeah,
it?
Better, I
But
suppose.
it is.
Is
It
it?
is. And
Not perfect.
yeah.
I
But,
don't know.
you
My friend's just started comedy.
She
She's-
has.
Wow.
She's been doing it for about a year,
Maybe 2 years.
maybe 2 years, and
Yeah.
she's like on the circuit now. But obviously she's a mum with 2 kids, and I'm going to see her show in a couple of weeks, and I'll get all the gossip for her.
Oh yeah.
It
Find
should
out
be a
all
lot better. I think people are a lot better now. I think they're very dated. Even them things, I think they happened before we even started them ones.
Yeah, but I think maybe there's still bad behaviour. I mean, what we're talking about is sort of grim, but not
Yeah.
particularly awful. But I think there's more of a sense of support groups and networks and WhatsApp groups,
Yeah.
and people kind of watching each other's back and calling out bad behaviour. Fingers
Good.
crossed.
Brilliant. So
Because obviously,
not
Chris,
dwell on
you
that.
and I are the good guys.
Well,
and that's what good
At the
guys
minute,
say.
guys, you are the good guys.
Hey,
but listen,
listen,
times change.
I was always driving home, me. I never even stayed for a drink. I was rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. But look, we're not here to talk about how tawdry the circuit is. How do you cope?
Yes.
Is the title of your podcast. Because obviously you do the podcast with you and Alice.
Yep.
You're doing the podcast tour with you and Alice.
It's nice going on tour with somebody else.
It is, yes.
We loved our tour.
You get a bigger car.
You do get a bigger car.
The seats fall down as tables, and I'm so excited.
Ooh.
We're going to take double Uno. Eh?
Well, I'm going to take lots of books about trauma to read as
There it is.
as research for my other podcast.
And we're back on track. So, your other podcast.
Yes. How do you cope?
Yes.
So yeah, there's probably about 30 episodes of that out now, and
Brilliant.
I'm very grateful to be able to speak to people at length about difficult things they've experienced, how they got through them, coping mechanisms, tools they use to cope with anything from addiction, eating disorders, mental illness, mental health problems, grief, injury.
Well, actual health problems. You've had Matt Ford on who
40.
battled cancer. Yeah.
That's one of the best things I've ever been involved with, interviewing Matt, because what he went through was so extreme, so painful. He had he had cancer in his spine.
Yeah.
He had a sarcoma. So he had part of his spine removed. He lost function with his bladder. He had part of his intestine removed. I mean, it was wild. And
it was when I heard about it, he had a pain in his back at Edinburgh Fringe, just in case Rosie's not aware of this. He had a pain in his back on stage at the Edinburgh Fringe, and he thought he just pulled a muscle in his back. But then all this happened, obviously. For me, it was so weird because 40 was 40.
He's
it was
invincible.
like invincible,
Yeah.
absolutely bulletproof. You would think, no, he was just the life and soul of the party. I mean, he's still working. He's going from strength to strength, which I'm so happy about. But it was one of them things where you go, oh shit, this can happen to anyone because this has happened to 40.
And he wasn't just the life and soul of the party, he was the life and soul of the cancer ward. We were joking, well, it made him laugh, but like he was cheering me up when I came to visit him because I was in the middle of a tour. I was absolutely like, I was flat, I was down, I was just exhausted. And there's a guy lying in a bed who's being turned twice a day so he doesn't get bed sores with a scar literally all around his ass. And he's going, cheer her up.
Yeah.
Things could be worse. But it was great. And I ate too much custard and got like a sugar crash because
the sad thing to say.
The canteen in the hospital was so good that I ate this big pudding with loads of custard.
That's the worst.
But the interview with Matt is a lesson in mindset.
Really?
Yeah, and like Matt was saying, this is really useful for anyone going through any difficult situation. It doesn't have to be as extreme as that. But the first thing to go wrong, right, is not in your control. Whether that's getting cancer, someone dying, your partner leaving you, work problems. But the second thing you do have control of is how you react to it. And that's not to say that everyone, who gets diagnosed with cancer should feel pressure to suddenly be like skipping down the street or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a phrase in that I heard in recovery is choose your hard. Choose what's hard for you.
Wow.
And cancer is hard.
Yeah.
And it's going to put you in places you never imagined you were going to be emotionally and physically. So don't do your best to like not add on extra stress. And I think a lot of what Matt was saying is a lot of people who've experienced cancer in themselves find that they are the ones sort of G'ing up their family.
Yeah.
Because they need the sort of atmosphere around them to just be as kind of
pleasant,
stress-free as possible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's just an example of one episode. I also interviewed Amanda Knox, who you guys will remember very much like in the news when we were at uni, who was wrongfully convicted of the murder of a student in Italy.
Yeah.
And she went to prison for... Yeah, you might see the Netflix documentary.
I love true crime. I've listened to all the kind of true crime podcasts, so yeah, I know a lot about that.
So chatting to her was wild.
I mean, you've got, Sophie Willen, Joe Wicks, Alistair Campbell, Rosie Jones, Matt Ford, Anton Ferdinand, Leslie Ash, Amanda Knox. I mean, incredible list of names there. And yeah, I mean, Sophie Willen's got an incredible past as well.
Yes.
We've all seen Alma's Not Normal.
Oh, yeah.
And it's based on her life.
A show that is.
Such a good show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing show.
It's masterful.
Yeah.
And what it captures is how frustrating, exhausting, and funny mental illness is. Like there are funny elements in that have come from someone who has lived experience of that situation.
You can always tell that when you're watching anything like that, you can always go, so that happened to someone. Just any situation in a sitcom or anything like that, you go, I know that's come from truth. You can just tell, you can feel it, you almost taste it when you're laughing at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Because it's absurd. You go from the just the most stressful, infuriating, painful moments to moments of complete absurdity and ridiculousness. And that's what that captures. And chatting to Sophie about her experience of growing up in the care system and getting her, which is in Alma's Not Normal, is getting her file from the authorities and just suddenly finding out all this stuff and about her sort of therapy journey and how she's managed to cope with that through getting therapy. So yeah, I mean, it's heavy at times, but it sort of has to be because the stuff is serious.
Life is heavy.
But there's also like much more laughter than you would expect.
Yeah.
Because there are moments where you're like, you have to laugh. You absolutely do.
Yeah.
And it's really great to be able to speak to people at length because I think even though, we film it and we release clips on social media, there's such a pressure now to have everything in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And when you're
sometimes less, mate.
Yeah. And when you're talking about wellness or therapy or trauma, if you put something in like a 60-second clip, it ends up sounding really glib because you're just chucking in loads of jargon. So you're just saying, you've got to be the real you.
Yeah.
And it's like, what does that mean? What's the process of that? Who am I?
Yeah.
That's not something you can really get into a 60-second clip.
Yeah.
So to be able to talk to someone for an hour and 20, I think Amanda Knox was, is I feel very lucky to be able to do that.
Was it good for you? Has it been a good process for you personally?
I don't know whether I am slightly anal about this, but if someone's got like a book or 2 books or 3 books, I have to have read them all before I interview them, because I'm sort of like, they're being so generous with their time and how candid they're talking that I feel I owe it to that process to read all the stuff.
Yeah.
And what that means is I feel very well prepared. So I've got lots of good questions, and people, the feedback has been that I'm like well-informed interviewer and I ask the right stuff. But that does,
Is that a dig? Is that a dig?
No. No, that's a very good question that you've asked. But it's like,
no, I just think sometimes.
How do you read 3 books quickly? You can't. So it takes a long time.
But not just that. I'm a kind of person where if I take on a lot of people's things. I know you are not that person. No disrespect, you're a lovely man.
People tell her stuff,
but people tell. I don't know why, but then I take it all on, and then sometimes it can be really heavy. Yeah. It can weigh heavy on you.
So I'm always sort of in the world of something quite full on, whether it's reading or interviewing or writing the questions. However, I am lucky in that at time of going to press, I don't have kids. I'm not in a relationship. This is a positive spin. So I have time to decompress.
Yeah.
And I think, even if it's getting back from a recording at 8 PM, I come home, I put on some ambient music, I do like word games or crosswords. Nice. I just have like an hour to like go on standby. Nice. Whereas I think if I was coming back and I was making dinner for my kids and I was, or like caring for someone or whatever the stresses and strains of life are, I would find it difficult. But I get out of it as much as I put in, and I have learnt a lot. And there are things people have talked about that really, really helped me.
That's good.
Nice. So that's good, yeah.
That's good. I will listen. I'm going to listen.
100%. Because you won the Edinburgh Comedy Award for a show.
My blushes.
Yeah. I'll fix that. Sorry, you shared winning the Edinburgh Comedy Award. Hannah Gadsby, you and Hannah Gadsby won the same year.
Yeah.
And that was for a show all about your mental health.
Yeah. That was a show about. Well, I'm writing a book at the minute, which I can talk about.
Yeah.
Which is a book about alcohol, a book about my life sort of through alcohol, because I've been sober for 2.5 years.
Well done.
Well done.
And that show was ostensibly like, how low can you go and still laugh at it? That was sort of the theme of that show. And I really enjoyed the writing process, because it was like, okay, here's 10 of the worst, maddest things that have happened to you and you've done. What's funny about them? And that's a really nice challenge as a comedian and as a writer and someone who likes, getting involved in getting your fingers dirty in the stuff of life. And I was very, so many shows in Edinburgh are fantastic, and I don't think mine is any better than anyone else's, but to have that show
Chris has never won,
recognised.
so.
I got nominated. Thank you, John knows. See?
Yeah, he got the nod.
He's read my 3 books that I've released about being nominated and not winning. Call it the Bitterness Trilogy.
But yeah, that book is available for pre-order now. It's called Thirst.
It's all going on.
Nice. Thirst. I like it.
They talk of my drinking, but never my thirst.
Nice.
It's an old proverb.
Amazing.
And it's sort of 12 drinks that changed my life. A chapter on each one.
Nice. So that'll be available to pre-order now?
That's available to pre-order
Amazing.
now.
Right.
Lovely,
now, talking of reading, would you like to do the job you have come here to do? And read out some. So if you've never heard our podcast, you're very busy reading and doing different things. We have got incredible listeners who send us some are our deepest, darkest confessions. Some of them might not be, but they send us their most embarrassing moments. They always say, please keep me anonymous, and we always do.
We always do.
So you are here to read something out. We've never heard these.
No. this is nice for me because this is normally my job. So I'm enjoying not having to do this. And B, you always get to do the reaction.
Yeah.
Which
I
I'm
like to
looking
call it
forward.
judging. I like to do the judging. I judge these people quite strongly. So let's dance.
Okay, here we go. Dear Chris and Rosie, I'm a dental nurse and have had to deal with a fair number of unpleasant encounters. Not long ago, we had a patient who explained that he had recently bought some halva. Am I saying that right?
What is halva?
I don't know what halva is.
It's a nutty Eastern European dessert, not unlike nougat.
Okay.
The patient explained that while eating, he had bitten into something hard and a piece of his tooth came loose.
Not good.
He brought the piece of tooth in with him as proof. After a lengthy inspection of the reported damage, the dentist turned to the patient and said, well, what do you think they said?
I think I know what this is.
What?
What do you think?
I
I
have
know
no
what this
idea.
is. I think
It's
I've
a
got
nut?
it, and it's made us really upset. That's not a piece of your tooth.
Bullseye.
Yes! Oh my God, it was someone else's tooth.
This is a piece of tooth, sir, but it doesn't belong to you.
Oh.
As you can imagine, the colour drained from the patient's face. The jolly dentist ended on a positive note. Look on the bright side. Your teeth are a picture of health.
So his tooth hadn't broke. He just
No.
ate
There was
someone
some
else's tooth.
in whatever that mixture was. Oh, I wouldn't recover from that.
Well, this has actually happened to me.
No way!
Yeah. So I don't eat meat.
Okay.
Haven't eaten meat for, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years or something.
Wow.
One of the experiences that led to me not eating meat,
Oh,
and I'll tell you the second one, but it's gross. But
no,
the first
I want to
one,
know
We
the
want
rules.
both. We want both.
the first one, I was making some mince. I was making bolognese, and you empty the big slab of mince into the pan,
Take the
put
little-
the onions
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
The wet wipe off.
the wet
Yeah.
wipe off,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
all the other bits and bobs. So I'm eating my bolognese, and I get that horrible, like, grinding crunch of something that shouldn't be in there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's half a cow's tooth.
Go and shit off.
God.
And a cow's tooth is big,
Oh,
right?
God.
It's like 3 times the size of a human tooth. And it'd just been obviously inside this mince, and I'd taken it for like a lump of onion or a garlic or whatever.
What a delicious looking garlic clove.
And it just suddenly, when you have a moment that makes you see the product as, oh, this is a living thing that's been
Yeah.
blasted with some high pressure gun and
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like crushed into a.
You wouldn't recover from that.
I would. I would be exactly. I would never eat
Yeah.
meat again if that happened to me. I would never eat it again.
When I cook with chicken, there's very little chicken goes into the actual dish because I have to cut most of it off for Chris. See, I'm not that squeamish. Me, I probably would have went, and
Sorry.
I probably would have sucked round
No,
it.
Rosie, that's not the disgusting
That's not
story.
Oh, okay,
disgusting.
okay,
That's
right,
what
okay
I'm
then. Come on
freaking
then.
out here.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Do you mind sharing the disgusting one?
No. If as long as you don't mind never eating meat again.
No, come
I'll
on.
still eat it.
Shoot me.
I
So
She loves a bit of gristle.
I stuck a bit of prawn head and all that. Like I quite like it. I don't mind it, mate. I don't mind it. No, you
A
know
Suck
what?
a Bit of Prawn Head, the autobiography by Rosie
That'll
Ramsey.
be my book. Rosie Ramsey, you suck on a prawn.
It's the worst. That's one of the worst things you've ever said.
You know I do. It makes you
John
feel
is an
sick.
author, a broadcaster,
Oh, I know, well,
an Edinburgh
sorry.
Comedy winner.
well,
I am a
do you know,
scumbag.
I think if you're going to eat meat, it's the kindest act to that animal is to eat all of it.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, suck on that prawn head.
I do.
Because if the prawn dies, if prawn gets killed, and I do eat prawns actually,
Yeah.
but if the prawn dies and you go, oh, by the way, we're just going to chuck your head in the bin, you're like, come on.
Exactly. Respect.
Really good fight.
Okay, then what's the disgusting one?
Right.
So
is it pork? Because pork's
No,
my favourite meat.
it's not pork.
Okay, good.
So this was in, this was 10 years, no, this would have been 12 years ago. This is the last time I ever ate meat.
Okay.
Sorry,
I-
so you went back after the mince?
Went back after the mince. The mince,
Wow. That must have been a fucking good bolognese.
the mince put a bit of doubt in the old mind.
There it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'd been staying with my girlfriend at the time who was vegan and hadn't eaten meat for a week. So I come back from hers on the train to my stop. I've been thinking about this all week. I will live your vegan lifestyle if I can have my entire chicken.
Full chicken.
Come
Okay.
out of the station, give them my card, and I say, I would like one entire chicken, please.
He's scared.
I sit down at a table on my own and they bring it over, and it's like, it's
Is it
not like
spatchcock?
no, it's in quarters, so it's like two halves of the. It's a thing of beauty at first.
Okay.
So I'm chomping away through my chicken. I'm eating my sides.
So uncomfortable.
And then I turn the chicken over, and the quarter that's of the body is like the rib cage, right? So I turn it over.
Yeah.
In the rib cage is a tumor.
Oh.
This chicken, obviously, when it died, had an enormous tumor in its rib cage, and something clicked in my head, and I went, "You're never ever doing this again." Wow! And it was not just the sort of disgusting element of like discovering a tumor in a chicken's rib cage in a restaurant.
Oh my!
But it was a sudden realization. This is a living thing.
Yeah.
This thing suffers and pecks at the dust and feels the breeze on its feathers and it was all this stuff just came flooding to me at once. As like, this isn't meat. This is a corpse.
Right. Oh,
I was like, oh, wow. I'm not going to do that again. And
wow. And that was it.
That was it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
Sorry, it's quite gross.
Did it have sauce on it? Or was it just dry?
It was hot.
He's just told this story. It's really quite a deep story. And you want to know whether it was medium or lemon and herb?
No, just the tumour itself.
It was
hot.
It
Was it not just awful? Like,
no,
was it not
it was like attached to it was like a brown sausage attached to the interior of the ribcage.
Sad. That is sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
That's why I go chicken breast.
Chicken breast,
I'm not pulling stuff apart off a thing. I'm really squeamish. You tell me all the time to go vegetarian. You're like, if you're not ready for the bits of stuff,
like I said,
go vegetarian.
I think you're disrespectful to the animal.
I think John would agree.
Chris is like, I'll not eat this unless it's totally perfect. I'm like, if you're not going to eat it in its natural form, how it's meant to be ate, like off the bone, people who are like, I can't eat off the bone. I'm like, you're eating an animal. You are eating an animal. Like, you need to respect the animal.
Also, like, people often talk about, like, what do you miss meat? And they're always imagining the best meat ever.
Yeah.
But the great thing is you avoid crap meat. Which is most of the meat.
Yeah.
So, like, I haven't for years had to have, in like hotel breakfast buffets, that silvery greenish bacon.
Yes.
That sort of
I hate it so much.
And undercooked sausages.
Horrible.
No.
And
I'm against sausages, full stop. I'm against sausages.
Just
like having a burger for your breakfast.
That ham that's like hard, sort of plastic, water.
Yeah, when they put, we go to the butchers now,
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we started about 3 years ago. We started going to the butchers.
Breast from the butcher. You've got
God.
It's like I've never known anything like it.
It's so nice,
I know
tasty.
we're totally wasting this on you, John, but
well,
ridiculous.
No, I totally agree, because like that chicken breast has not been pumped full of water.
No.
It's not been injected with anything.
Yeah.
The person who made it has been paid properly. The chicken has probably had a really decent life. Like, if your life as a chicken is decent, then the moment of death is stressful however it happens, So if it's just, bosh, you're out, you've had a good life done. I don't have a problem with that. I don't think there's
sunshine.
Seeing the sunshine, yeah.
And we don't eat as much, actually, now that we go to the butchers. We do not eat as much meat.
I didn't think you'd get me here, John, but the phrase, that chicken has felt the breeze on its feathers, is really going to fucking haunt me. I'm like, genuinely, I know I
See what
don't.
you've done.
I think the next time I think I might cry.
I think you could. I think you could be a
I'm nearly
vegetarian.
well
I think you
enough.
probably
Crying as you tuck into your delicious chicken. It's so tasty.
It felt the breeze on its feathers. It's going to kill me. Oh, listen, John, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. New episodes of How Do You Cope are available every Monday, and you can access episodes 1 week early on what does that say? On Wondery Plus.
On Wondery Plus, indeed.
Oh, is it with Wondery? Wondery.
Yes, we have the hour-long episode where that's the sort of main discussion, and then there's a bonus episode each week where I ask my guests for 5 things they're grateful for, like do a gratitude list. It's called the gratitude list, because I found that gratitude has really got me out of some pretty low moods and some difficult times because it's sort of impossible to feel sorry for yourself at the same time as feeling grateful for things.
Yeah. Oh, that's really
and it just
nice.
puts stuff into context a bit.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do that as well. Like, I know, like, obviously on this podcast, we talk about rude things, we talk about daft things, but we do talk about...
Oh, Chris is dying inside.
Yeah, I'm screaming
Daily.
inside most of the time.
Yeah.
But we talk about my anxiety, we've talked about loads of stuff like that, but I do you do a cold plunge? I used to slag it off. But I do a cold plunge. But the main thing I like about doing it, it's not any of that. I sit and do, not a prayer, but I just list things I'm thankful for every morning. I say thank you for like my wife, thank you for my kid. I say thank you for everything I'm happy about. To the point where I think the last one is, and thank you for this water that I'm sitting in now.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know who I'm saying it to, but I'm just saying it, and it just makes us feel brilliant.
Well, sometimes, I mean, where it was most helpful to me was when I had arse surgery.
I'm so glad I waited a millisecond to take that drink of water, and I'm telling you, in an alternate universe, I took that sip a second earlier, and I just covered you both in water.
Why did you have arse surgery?
And why do you
Oh my
refer to it as
God.
arse surgery?
Because that's what it was.
Was it external or internal?
It was not external. What I would have given for external arse surgery.
I'm putting this water down. It's not the
What
time.
was the, do you mind telling us what was the matter?
No. I mean, crikey, so many people have been at my ass. It's just telling it to another group won't matter. So I had, fucking hell. I had some pretty slightly troublesome hemorrhoids inside.
Okay.
Right? Most 60% of people have. In fact, we all have them.
Oh yeah, I went
you
on
know.
a hen do recently, and all we talked about was hemorrhoids.
Yeah. So, okay, they're fine. They're a bit of a pain, not that bad, but exercising is difficult, and I'm sort of trying to keep fit. Now I'm sober, so thought, right, get this sorted. Went to my GP. That was looking like 18 months to get anything. So I was like, okay, I'll just pay for it. I've never used private healthcare before, so I did a bit of Googling. Went for the cheapest, learnt the very valuable lesson by cheap, buy twice.
Especially with arse surgery.
Oh man, it was medieval. It was absolutely horrible.
Don't cut corners on your arse surgery.
Also, you get there, you think it's going to be like stepping into a spaceship. This was like some shabby office in a back street in London. I was like, are you even a doctor? Next thing you know, he's ramming stuff up your ass, and you're like, I need this to end now. That didn't work. So I thought, okay, I've now got to like spend some money. So I went on the all singing, all dancing, lasers, Nespresso machine. Private surgery, I found out, is regular surgery with an espresso machine.
Yeah, it's the same doctors.
It's the same people.
Doctors that you do NHS.
It's a couple of copies of Town and Country on the coffee book. Anyway, I get it done. 24 to 48 hours discomfort, according to the website, and something didn't go right. So it was 6 weeks of the worst pain I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Did you bleed?
Oh, yeah. Not, but it was more like, I don't know how to describe it. It's pain on a level that is hard to describe.
Right.
Like, imagine every time you're going for a shit, it's broken glass.
Oh.
For 6 weeks.
Oof.
And also, on top of that, we were talking about trying not to add the second suffering of stress.
Yeah.
You're thinking something's gone terribly wrong. I'm going to be like this forever. This wasn't what was written in the thing. I'm calling the surgeon's only available once every 2 weeks.
Christ, what kind of working hours are they?
So, private working hours.
Unbelievable.
So I'm speaking to the nurse. I'm going, something's really wrong here. They're like, just take the paracetamol. Like, paracetamol, you have your mind.
Great.
Next, we get the tramadol, then we get the lidocaine.
Oh,
but they make you blocked up as well.
Well,
don't they?
Yeah.
You
I
probably
mean,
wanted that.
you're in a world of fucking pain, basically, with
awful.
because every time you go to the loo, it's 10 out of 10 on the pain scale.
Oh.
But you can't stop yourself going to the loo because then it's 10 out of 10 on the pain scale. So, oh my God, it was just hell. However, in that situation, and it's all fine now, by the way.
Good. That was going to be my next question.
God.
Yeah, his prophecy that it would all be fine within a year came true.
Yeah.
But in terms of the extreme pain, and I should have checked the small print because it was 2% of people suffer excruciating pain.
Yeah.
But that's not That's not in the sort of main blurb.
No.
Anyway, in that time, which was at winter, I was like, okay, this is the worst pain you've experienced. First off, it's not the worst pain anyone's experienced. There are people who have been in worse pain than this. There are people in worse pain than this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, it's humiliating having to stick an ice pack up your butt crack, right? But I've got a freezer and I've got an ice pack. Nice. So that's good.
Wow.
It took me a couple of days to get the tramadol because you have to sign 1,000 forms to get 2 tramadol pills.
Yeah.
You've got it now and it is making it a little bit better. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the bath. I'm grateful for my central heating. I'm grateful for the fact I live alone, right? I'm grateful for the fact there ain't anyone around to have to witness this or to put up with it because my house is very small. So
thankfully, you've told
things,
everyone about it in detail since then on gigantic podcast mediums, but yes.
And like, I'm grateful for Zoom because I was able to record with Ellis. There's no way I could get into London.
Yeah.
So I'm still able to earn a living. Some people might not be able to earn a living in this sort of situation. So if you keep that mindset of what's good about this, what could be worse,
that's nice.
Suddenly, you know, this thing could spiral, really spiral. Because being in pain, you become obsessed with not being in pain.
Yeah.
It's all you can think about. And I'm like, okay, so what are the 10 things today that have made this easier than it could be?
I love that.
What are the 10 things you have access to that people 50 years ago wouldn't have access to? So suddenly you start to be grateful in the period of your life where you have most reason to be ungrateful. And that means that I'm speaking to the nurse in a calmer way. It means I'm speaking to the doctor in a nicer way. It means I'm speaking to other people in a nice. So it all makes things better.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
I say that all the time, don't I? It's all relative. It could always be worse.
Yeah.
I'm quite
That's really
glass half full. Chris is quite so now, all I'm thinking now, not to be negative on the whole situation, because I do love the gratitude thing.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
All I'm thinking now is the next time Chris has a slight pain in his backside, he's now going to think that he's that 2% and that he's got hemorrhoids and he's going to need surgery.
That's why I don't get stuff done, because I read and I go, I'll be that 2%.
Yeah. Well, it's worth anyone thinking about getting surgery. And we do live in an age where people just Google the part of their body they don't like and think, right, I'll just have it whacked off or whatever, whipped off. But like,
slashed off.
If your flesh is being cut, there is a risk that something will go wrong, right? Yeah. Regardless of what it is. I don't care how many people you know have had it done, how many Instagram channels have shown you how good it is. If someone is putting a knife or a laser in your skin, that's serious.
Yeah. I've had 2 C-sections. Each time, the most terrifying thing was having to literally sign the paperwork before both of them saying, you could die. Like, yes, it's, terrifying. But I was grateful for having a baby and grateful.
Tell the truth, the thing you were most grateful for between both pregnancies, the thing you were most grateful for and I was most grateful for, we know what it was. First pregnancy, the toast they made you in the hospital. Best fucking toast I've ever had in my life.
Did you not get toast after the operation?
Cheapest bread, cheapest butter, unbelievable.
Tea and toast.
I wasn't allowed to go home on my own, so Matthew Crosby had to walk me to the tube.
Oh, no way.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank
you.
you.
Lovely chatting to you. Thank you, mate.